Jim Carrey isn't just a comedy legend, he's a one-man wrecking ball for serious acting. For over 3 decades, he's been terrorizing film sets, breaking his co-stars, and turning scripted scenes into improvised chaos. Today, we're diving into the moments when Jim Carrey made it absolutely impossible for anyone to keep a straight face. These are the times when Jim Carrey makes his co-stars lose it. Let's start with one of the most unexpected moments in comedy history. Bruce Almighty, 2003. Jennifer Aniston is delivering a serious line about her blood type. Standard dialogue, standard scene. Then Jim Carrey, completely out of nowhere, leans in and whispers, "Sounds delicious." But he doesn't stop there. He goes full vampire mode, pretending to go in for a neck bite. Aniston completely loses it. You can see her trying desperately to stay in character, but there's no way she's keeping it together when Carrey's acting like Dracula in the middle of a romantic scene. The best part? This wasn't in the script. Carrey just saw an opportunity and took it. And this is just the beginning, because when you're working with Jim Carrey, you never know when he's going to turn your serious scene into comedy gold. But Jim's improvisation skills really shined in The Cable Guy, 1996. Picture this. Jim Carrey and Matthew Broderick are having dinner at medieval times. It's supposed to be a bonding scene between these two characters. Then Carrey asks Broderick for his chicken skin. Already weird, right? But then he covers his entire face with the chicken skin and delivers this perfect Hannibal Lecter impression. "Hello, Clarice." Matthew Broderick completely breaks. You can see him trying to stay in character, but he's fighting back laughter because Jim Carrey just turned into a chicken skin wearing serial killer. Here's the kicker. Hannibal Lecter never actually says, "Hello, Clarice," in Silence of the Lambs. But Carrey's version was so perfect that nobody cared. Director Ben Stiller kept the take because sometimes the best moments happen when actors stop following the script. Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind was supposed to showcase Jim Carrey's dramatic acting range. This was serious Carrey, subdued Carrey, vulnerable, broken-hearted Carrey. But Jim Carrey can only be serious for so long. During a bookstore scene with Elijah Wood and Kate Winslet, Wood is sitting in a swivel chair, delivering his lines like a professional. Then Carrey, mid-scene, just spins him around. That's it. No dialogue, no setup. He just spins Elijah Wood like a top. Kate Winslet immediately bursts into uncontrollable laughter. The scene is completely derailed because Jim Carrey couldn't resist the temptation of a spinning chair. Even in his most dramatic role, Carrey's inner child won. The Incredible Burt Wonderstone, 2013. Jim's playing a street magician, and there's a scene where everyone says, "What?" in unison. Standard setup, right? Then Carrey delivers this completely random line. "One more what and you'll be a light bulb." Steve Carell immediately loses it.
"One more what and you'll be a light bulb."
Steve Buscemi starts cracking up. Nobody has any idea what Jim just said, but it's so absurd that the entire cast breaks character. And here's the Jim Carrey genius. He liked that line so much, he used it again years later in Dumb and Dumber 2 to break Jeff Daniels. The same ridiculous line, the same devastating effect on his co-stars. Liar Liar, 1997. Courtroom scene. This is supposed to be serious. It's the climax of the movie. Jim Carrey is sitting next to Jennifer Tilly, and she's trying to deliver her lines like a professional actress. Then Carrey grabs a metal pitcher, starts talking to it like it's a person, and then pretends to pee in it. In the middle of a courtroom scene. Jennifer Tilly completely breaks. How are you supposed to react when your co-star starts using a pitcher as a bathroom in the middle of a legal drama? This is peak Jim Carrey, turning the most inappropriate moments into comedy gold. Fun with Dick and Jane, 2005. There's a house robbery scene. Jim Carrey is supposed to be intimidating, wearing a robotic outfit and using a scary voice. Jeff Garlin is the victim, and he's playing it completely straight. Then Jim Carrey, for absolutely no reason, kisses him on the lips. Garlin immediately breaks. The entire crew starts laughing. Even Carrey cracks up at his own spontaneous weirdness. This wasn't method acting. This wasn't character motivation. This was just Jim Carrey being Jim Carrey. Completely unpredictable and absolutely hilarious. Very few people can make Morgan Freeman break character. The man is a legend, known for his composure and gravitas. But Jim Carrey managed to do it twice. In Bruce Almighty, there's a serious scene where Morgan Freeman, playing God, is giving divine powers to Jim Carrey. Carrey forgot his line. Instead of asking for a retake like a normal actor, he just started dancing. Random, spontaneous dancing. And Morgan Freeman completely loses it and starts laughing. Even God himself couldn't stay serious when Jim Carrey started improvising dance moves. This is what makes Jim Carrey a comedy legend. He doesn't just tell jokes, he creates chaos. He turns every film set into an improv playground where anything can happen. Where chicken skin becomes Hannibal Lecter, where metal pitchers become bathrooms, where spinning chairs become comedy gold. His co-stars never know what's coming next, and honestly, neither does he. That's the Jim Carrey magic. In a world of scripted entertainment and calculated comedy, he's pure spontaneous genius. He reminds us that the best comedy doesn't come from writers' rooms. It comes from fearless performers who are brave enough to take risks and silly enough not to care how ridiculous they look. And after 30 years of making co-stars lose it, Jim Carrey proves that sometimes the best way to break character is to never have one in the first place.